1 in 3 women lose significant bone density after 30, and the loss accelerates dramatically during menopause. But here's what the doctors won't tell you. This isn't inevitable. So I've got a simple 5-step system backed by science routine that helps work with your body's natural rhythms, not against them. We'll discover how to protect your bones through smart strategies that actually make sense for women. Plus, I'll show you 2 equipment-free exercises that you can start today to have that signal to your bones stay strong. So really take control of your bone health before it becomes a problem. Stick around. Load smart with impact training. So your bones need what I call a wake-up call. High-impact movements send signals directly to your bone cells that it's time to get stronger. Because here's what's really happening inside your body. Estrogen normally acts like a protective manager, keeping the bone breakdown in check. But during menopause, estrogen drops, and you can lose up to 20% of your bone density in just 5 years. So those demolition crews, they go wild while construction slows down. But here's the good news. Weight-bearing exercise triggers something called Wolff's Law. Your bones adapt to the demands you place on them. Research from Australia's Lift More trial showed that women over 50 who combine jump training with resistance training gain nearly 3% spine bone density in just 8 months. So, what can you do? Start with a simple movement like pogos, step-ups, or even dancing. The key to creating enough impact is to stimulate the bone formation. So when you land from a jump, that force travels through the skeleton and triggers your osteoblast, the cells responsible for building new bone. So begin with 50 jumps total per week. That could be 10 jumps 5 days a week. 25 can do twice a week, but maybe a bit too much. But it's listen to your body, build gradually. And if you have any joint issues, start with heel drops. Simply raise onto your toes and then drop your heels down for a little impact. Feel your bones right. Most people think calcium is everything, but protein is actually the unsung hero. Protein makes up about 50% of your bone volume and provides the framework for calcium to attach to. So you need about 1 to 1.2 grams of protein per kilo body weight daily, which is still on the lower end, but for around 150-pound women, that's roughly 78 grams of protein. Focus on complete proteins that provide all essential amino acids. Dairy products are particularly powerful for this. And a meta-analysis found women consuming dairy products gained 1 to 2% more bone density compared to those who didn't. Down below, I've got a free protein guide for you to download, which will give you different sources of protein and per grams what they are. But we need about 30 to 40 grams of serving of protein per meal. Again, this will be the easy way to look at different sources and help you get enough protein throughout the day. Don't forget vitamin D. Aim for about 800 to 1,000 IU a day. Without accurate vitamin D, you can only absorb about 30% of calcium you consume. So sufficient vitamin D, that jumps to about 30 to 40%. So pro tip, pair calcium with food with vitamin C for maximum absorption. So resistance training, now we're talking about building serious bone density with this one. Resistance training doesn't just maintain bone, but actively builds bone. When you lift weights or use resistant bands, you're creating mechanical stress that forces bones to adapt. Magic happens when you progressively increase the load, so your bones need to feel challenged to respond. So start with weights that feel moderately challenging for you between 8 and 12 reps. Focus on compound moves, like deadlifts. You can do goblet squats, rows that work multiple muscle groups at once. Load your spine, load your hips. If you're post-menopause, consistency becomes more important than intensity. So aim to train for around 2 to 3 times a week. Allow about 2 days rest between sessions, targeting the same muscle groups. The bones do need time to recover, to adapt and get stronger as well. Okay, prioritizing recovery and sleep. This is important. It's where most people will drop the ball, and it's costing them bone density. But poor sleep does disrupt the hormones responsible for building bone. So the growth hormone, which peaks during deep sleep and is crucial for bone formation. When you're chronically sleep deprived or stressed, cortisol levels can rise and they can stay elevated. And the high cortisol can literally break down bone tissue. It's like having those demolition crews just working overtime while the construction crews are on strike. So we try to aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep, create a cool, dark environment, establish a consistent bed routine. If you have hot flushes or disruption of sleep, work with a healthcare provider to find a solution that can help you. Stress management is equally important. Find stress reduction techniques that work for you, whether that's meditation, gentle yoga, simply taking even regular walks in nature will help. Remember, your bones adapt during rest periods, not during the workout itself. Number 5, track your progress. We can't improve what we don't measure. So start with simple home assessments. Can you balance on one foot for 30 seconds? Can you get up from a chair without using your hands? These little functional tests can give you insight into your bone and muscle health. Keep a simple log of your workouts, knowing what weight you used and repetitions you did. You can take progress photos to see changes in posture, muscle definition. And then if you want more detailed tracking, if you can find a DEXA scan, it embodies good. A DEXA scan is the gold standard for measuring bone density, especially if you're over 50 and have health risks. Most insurance plans can cover that test as well. A baseline measurement gives you summit to concrete to work towards improvement. So look out for positive slides, increased energy, better balance, better posture, the ability to progress in your workouts. These are all indications that your body, your bones, they're responding well. Here are 2 simple exercises you can start say that require 0 equipment, but can help start delivering the bone building benefits. First one is a hop off the chair, bone health, explosive work. If you can't hop, just sit up powerfully. Just come straight up powerfully. Again, if you want to do it standing up, have some stability, put your hand on something, and you can hop as well. The second one is a modified push-up. So against the wall, this will have less stress on your bones, and you can work from here. So against the wall, just push back and then drive up. Do you 3 times per week, start sending powerful signals to your bones. Here's a big picture of what is actually happening. So your bones aren't static structures. They're living tissue that constantly rebuilds itself. Think of your bones like a busy construction site like we spoke about before. So you have the demolition crews breaking down old sections and construction crews building fresh replacements. So throughout your younger years, you should act as your protective manager, like you mentioned before, keeping everything in balance. But during menopause and perimenopause, some women start to lose up to 20% of their bone health in the first 5 years after menopause. And this is why from when you're 30, that's your peak bone. So you want to build your bone, and they need the strength, the training, the jumping to improve that bone health so we can continue to remodel and build bone. You don't need all the expensive supplements and complicated routines. You just need the right approach at the right time, which is exactly what these 5 steps can help you with. So remember, your bones aren't fit to solve menopause. They're adapting tissue waiting for the right signals. Work with your hormones, not against them. Use these 5 steps to help build your bones. Hit the subscribe button for more smart health tips. Comment below what's your biggest bone health concern. I'll read every comment, get back to your questions. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.